Well, I love you in Supernatural. I've pretty much seen every single Christmas movie you've
Oh,
ever
yes.
done. So my question for you, David, is what kind of role would you give Gil McKinney in a Christmas movie?
Ooh, that's nice. Have you done a Hallmark movie?
I have never been privileged enough to do a Hallmark. I've never done one.
It's probably because you're not Canadian. That's the problem. No, it's true. Did you ever watch that SNL sketch with the casting of Hallmark movies with James Franco? It's really fun on YouTube. But the little tagline is they're sort of describing the formula of a Hallmark romance. And they go, and Canadian handsome. Like, insert star name here, right? So there's actually a reason why they hire the female lead, right? Like, who's usually a name, a well-established name. And then they hire, like, C-list, D-list Canadian Dave Haydn-Jones to flush out.
You're solid B, bud. You're
solid B, bro. You put the B in, brother. But thank you so much. I love doing them. I've had such wonderful experiences. What's your favorite, by the way? Because I was doing this. I was just at Christmas Con in Jersey in December, and it was very interesting at my table what the poll was. So I'm interested in what your favorite is.
I'm sorry, I'm probably going to butcher the name. Something with cookies.
Really?
Yeah.
Cookie Cutter Christmas?
Yes.
With Alan Thicke and Aaron? Oh, that's cute. I love that. Well, it's just, I mean, boy, let me tell you something. You have not lived until you have seen the drama and the trauma from a stolen cookie recipe at Christmas. Am I right? Am I right? And two teachers at my daughter's school sort of competing against a man's love. Boo! But thank you. It was so fun. I've been so fortunate, and they're just sweet, and they mean something to people. So I'm always fascinated by, you wouldn't think that the Christmas movie and the supernatural Venn diagram would intersect, but it intersects a lot more than I think. So I appreciate that. Yeah.
So back to the question.
Yeah, oh yeah, there was a question. So excuse me.
Good guy, bad.
But no,
are there bad guys in the Hallmark movies?
Not really the full bad guys. Like Hallmark movies and mysteries is a little edgier, and that means the guy like just has an asshole job, but that's like as big as it gets. There's no real. It's not like Lifetime,
right?
Where there's actual like woman in peril stuff,
right?
Have you done any of those?
I have not. I have not. Yeah.
Because wouldn't he be so good as the guy next door, but he's like the creepy like sociopath? Oh, like really, right?
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
No, this is great casting.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's so fun too.
Wouldn't he be great as the creeper next door?
I'm trying to get you jobs.
Oh, I appreciate it. I would love it. I do, as of late, I feel like I do go in and read for, he looks like a good guy, but you'll find out.
That was been my wheelhouse.
Those are fun roles.
I'm the nice single dad, widower / they don't let the men be divorced yet, which is interesting. They're letting women be divorced. But honestly, like I had this pitch for a movie, because I've been a widower, I think, in all of my Christmas movies, except for one.
That's so funny.
So I wanted to pitch Lifetime on a movie about this sociopath that goes from town to town with kid actors that he hires to get, librarians and like women who run the inn to fall in love with him. And then he murders them, takes their money, and goes to the next town. Nice. Wouldn't that be wild? But it's like a meta Christmas movie turned Lifetime movie.
Right. So, Lifetime, there's murder.
Oh, so much murder.
So much murder in Lifetime. Not so much Hallmark.
No, right. And Lifetime, I've heard, does anyone watch Lifetime at all? Or used to? You remember what I'm talking about? But they're bringing back the Woman in Peril movies again, right? Movie of the week kind of thing? You don't know. You just watch all the trash, don't you? You just watch like cheerleaders that are 5 and dance moms that are terrible or something, right? Is that a thing? That a show? Terrible dance moms?
Yeah, it's definitely a show like that.
But thank you. I think Gil would be perfect as the lead. I don't know why he doesn't have the lead nice guy coming into town, right? Or you could also be like the foil. There's always the guy with the love triangle.
Yeah.
The competitive to the hero lead.
Right.
Like you could be running like a bike shop. Be really into bikes.
But he doesn't get the girl in the end.
Well, because you're rid of a dick.
He's a little bit of a dick.
Yeah, a little bit of a dick.
Yeah, he's the baddie. Right? But just a touch of dick.
But like she's with him, sort of out of default, and she's conflicted. And then the nice guy comes, the lumberjack comes to town, who's also an architect.
Yeah.
Nice. Gonna help with the inn, retrofit. And then bike guy needs to see you later. He gets caught in a lie. There you go. It's done. Written.
My idea was better.
What's your idea?
Well, he's already played a prince, so...
Say it again?
He's already played a prince.
Oh, yes.
I have. I did get to play a prince.
That's so perfect. Yes, you're right. And because they do those romantic prince, you know, I think Danica's done one where she goes and falls in love with a prince or something, right? And they dance. How's your dancing?
How's my dancing?
Yeah.
I consider myself a mover. I can dance. Yeah, I did some dancing once upon a time. Yeah. Show you.
Like, could you?
I had a nice scene with Ariel when she got her legs, and we did a little waltz around the castle.
You saw it?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I was talking about this a few weeks ago. Like somebody brought up a guest star that I did on CSI, where I played a character that was involved in like a bondage S&M scenario, wearing like assless chaps and nipple rings, and I was like, that guy to Prince Eric. That's some range.
That is range.
That's some range.
That's so fun. But that's what's so great about our job.
It's fun. Yeah, I've gotten to play a wide variety. But like when someone brings up that I played a prince, I'm like, oh yeah, I did get to play a prince. So I can be the good guy.
Good casting.
I can be the good guy.
One of those like, and he's the hidden prince. You don't know he's a prince, right? Until, yeah, fantastic.
All right.
The question is, did you show your ankles though? In the BDSM.
The question is, can my agent give me an audition for one of these things?
Because
I would love to work in that arena. Maybe Lifetime more so than Hallmark, but I need work.
Join the club, my
take a job. Hey.
Hi Gil, hi David, it's Jennifer.
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to say how happy I am, and I know a lot of people are also very happy to see you back here.
Yes.
And my question for both of you is, if you were a small animal, which small animal would you be?
Hamster. Come on. You're teeing me up. It's too easy. But just not with Richard Gere anywhere nearby. Is that still okay, see, someone's old enough before the internet was invented to remember that nonsense. That was the original, like, cancel weird gossip thing, right? So dumb. So dumb.
I'm gonna go with oh man, first thing that popped in my head is a squirrel. I don't know why, because we've got a lot of squirrel activity in my backyard of late. And to see what those guys are capable of doing, climbing, tightrope walking.
Can you tell their territorial chatter now? Can you understand their language a little bit?
No, I don't.
I don't
speak. No, I don't speak the language.
If you watch them enough, you can start to see what they're signaling and talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I did my park ranger stuff, like my boss would tell me about, like, oh, it's saying this now, and it's telling the others just this.
Yeah.
Stay away from my nuts.
Do you know what an axolotl is?
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty cute little animal. But what is it? I didn't even know it was a real thing.
Minecraft.
Pokemon.
Oh, Pokemon.
It's not about Pokemon.
But is it like a little gelatinous sea creature?
Yeah, it's a
right? I only know what an axolotl is in the last year because of Minecraft.
It's like a salamander type.
Yeah, that's right. And it's sort of translucent, and like
Does it breathe air?
It
Can.
Is it in the lizard family?
It's a pretty cute little.
Because these are the questions you're coming to these panels.
I didn't even know it was real.
What is the phylum and genus of an axolotl?
Okay.
Yeah. But I only learned this year what that creature is because of my daughter playing Minecraft. Apparently they're...
Oh, is that how you discovered it?
Are your kids on Minecraft?
I only learned what it is because at a previous convention, someone gave me the cutest little knit, I guess it was knit, like with yarn or something, little axolotl stuffy. It's called, it's like a positive axolotl. It had like a positive statement on it. It was really adorable. I took it home and I was like, to my daughter, I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, cute.
And she knew right away what it was.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
So David, you mentioned earlier that you started watching Supernatural with your daughter from season 1.
Correct.
So question for you and Gil, if you have a perspective too. What has surprised you about the show? You've obviously been around the show for a long time and in the later seasons, but what has surprised you now actually watching it?
I absolutely have, hopefully good answers for you. I talked about it yesterday, forgive myself if you were at yesterday's panel.
Say it again.
Is the amount of credit card theft. I said this yesterday, I was like, did they have an episode where the IRS is the scary monster? Because I think that's a lot of theft. I didn't realize they were so criminal. So that was interesting. I didn't realize Sam had that much clairvoyant power. Don't tell me, does it go away? Does he lose it? Easy. Or did they just sort of write it out gently, like his abilities? Jess is his girlfriend that's on the roof in fire, like his mom. Super curious about what's going on there. Now I know who Meg Masters is. That's exciting. Wow. So I'm already into the mystery of like who's she talking to and that bowl and the things that go on. And then other fun fact. So we're talking about Christmas movies. So in episode 2 and 3, I asked this yesterday, if there's a 6 degrees of separation of the cast to Supernatural. If not, someone needs to build that website, other than IMDb. Because my first Christmas movie, Dear Santa, Amy Acker is in episode 3, and Gina Holden is in episode 2, and they're both in my Christmas movie, and I'm like, to my daughter, I'm like, I know them! I know them! They're my friends! I did a Christmas movie. So I'm having a blast. Oh, and also Jillian Barber is, look at me nerding out. I'm part of you now! Let's get nerdy! Jillian Barber plays an actress, plays a woman in Faith. Remember the Faith Healer episode? Where they're stealing people's souls and bodies to heal? Jillian Barber plays Dr. Hess, my boss, in season 12 of the British Men of Letters. Double casting. You're welcome. Anything else? Oh, sorry. I'm excited. I'm in. I'm totally in. And most importantly, my daughter's really in. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And I didn't put it on her. She asked me. She asked me if we start watching.
My kids are they're too young. Yeah, they're too young.
Yeah.
You were way more well versed in episodes than I am.
Because I just started. Though.
You just started, but you've gotten how far?
I'm just finishing season 1. But that's in 2 weeks. That's not bad, right?
And she's, that's great. They're like, what?
Well, no, but like people come to my table and they're like, by the way, who has found this show in the last year? Okay, not that, a few.
Wow.
Yeah. But like I've had tons of people at my table just yesterday that were like, I just started watching this in January and I'm already coming to this. So the power of streaming and the power of this show as a storytelling device for people. It's amazing.
I'm always amazed at the people that are able to watch the entire thing very quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah, I don't have, at some point, I started watching some of yours, so that it wasn't standing up here like
just getting to know each other. Like,
but it's a lot of episodes.
It is.
It's a lot of episodes. My kids are too young to watch it with me, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying the ride very much, and I'm already getting real nerdy about it, and I have questions, and so now we'll have a lot to talk about in my meet and greets under my table, because no spoilers, but I have questions. But now I can engage in the lore and the canon for real now, and I'm very excited about that. So yay. Thanks.
Good for you.
Thanks for the question. Hi. Hey.
Hi, my name's Ava. My question is, if you could pick dog breeds for each other, what would it be and why?
You can pick what?
Hold on. So yeah, I did not hear what you said. I thought you said if we could pick dog turds for each other.
Sorry.
That is what she said.
Okay.
If you could pick dog breeds, like
dog
the type of dog.
breeds.
Dog breeds.
For each other?
Perfect.
Ooh.
You going for the comedy? You going for the kind? Oh, it's a tough one.
Corgi.
Corgi. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think corgis are
Yeah, they're cool dogs. They're cool.
chunky and
I like them.
kind of loyal.
Yeah.
Stubby legs.
Yeah, you don't have stubby legs.
No.
Don't take that. But yeah, something about their
But you know, you got the Welsh part, Michael Welsh from the
Yeah.
I like that. I'm going for an Irish setter for you.
An Irish setter.
I feel like you would be a really good hunting dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice, like out in the woods, like wearing some Burberry. You'd be just a loyal, a nice,
That's
loyal
nice.
companion.
I like that.
Do Irish setters retrieve? No, I got this wrong, don't I? What am I looking at?
Pointer. A pointer.
They're pointers.
The pointers. That's what I'm looking for, right?
Yeah. For
But
like,
don't they retrieve? What's the one that retrieves the birds after you shoot them?
Ducks.
Not a golden retriever. There's a. What's?
Lads do it. Lads.
Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah.
no, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. What do you call somebody like when you see somebody and they look like their dog?
Oh yeah.
Is there a term for that? I know there is. Nobody's throwing it out, but that's okay. I get a kick out of. I think it's from a movie. I think it's from that movie I Love You Man.
Right.
Paul Rudd and that other guy. Anyway, I just wondered if anybody knew that. You don't. But I always get a kick out of when I see somebody that looks like their dog.
And it really does happen.
It happens very often.
It's just wild. It's wild. Hi.
Hi, I'm Colleen.
Hi, Colleen.
So this is like unrelated to Supernatural,
Great.
but it's a personal question for you too.
Okay.
If you had the chance to break into something after dark and you knew you wouldn't get caught, what would you do? Like, where would you go? What would you do?
So you're saying if we had the choice in a free world to break into a building or anywhere
Anywhere, really.
After
Like a
dark,
building,
have full reign,
Yeah. What would you do?
I've always had the fantasy of going to like a giant arcade and having it all to myself and be on, like a Dave & Buster's, and just break in there and have like a whole night with like for free, just play basketball. I don't know how long it would last. Like 2 hours would get bored. I don't know, but that would be fun.
That would be fun.
Right?
I went to like breaking into like a stadium or an arena, like breaking into the Yankee Stadium
And just being in middle field.
and having the
Yeah.
whole place to
Oh,
yourself.
that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be fun. But you gotta bring friends.
Yeah. Oh, are you going Han Solo or you get to bring friends?
You could bring friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
That changes things.
Yeah, spend a night like I don't know, like an iconic ball field would be pretty cool. Or like, you know, like break into crypto. They call it crypto.com arena now in Los Angeles where the Lakers play. Having a quick little game with some friends, that'd be cool. Also breaking into a bank and like stealing all the money. Right?
My conscience would get the better of me.
Yeah.
Because I would know.
You would know that
I
you
would
took it
know.
all.
I would
It's
feel
just
good.
the bank's money though.
Well, isn't it all of our money? Let's just do a credit card theft instead. Just keep it supernatural. Go shoot some pool, do some grifting. I love that. How you doing?
Wonderful. Always good to see you.
Good to see you.
My question is, do you know any good dad jokes?
Oh,
Any good
Gosh.
dad jokes? You know, dad jokes to me is like one of those things that like mine are just kind of off the cuff.
exactly.
It's like I'll say something and it's like, so cringe. But it's not like I have any that I just say all the time. They're usually one-offs.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I am terrible at remembering jokes.
I am too.
But I started in stand-up and sketch, in comedy, and so it's all been improv for me. So it's like I don't know why I can't remember like just simple little dad jokes.
I've never been able to. I'm not good at remembering
But then
jokes.
people tell me, and I go, I should remember that because
And then you
people
don't-
always ask
and
me
then you don't
for a
remember it.
good dad joke.
I'm the same. I mean, daily. I mean, my daughter is almost 9 now, so she's, she's getting to that point where she's not laughing like she used to.
I have a decent old man joke